We do. I just followed on my personal account. Hello, everybody. Welcome to TEW 2020. Hello, everybody. Welcome to TEW 2020. Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Sounds working.
Yes, it is. It got doubled. It doubled up for a sec because I had it open and it captured the background, but we should be good now. Welcome back to TEW 2020. Welcome back to our WCW run where we booked a WCW in 2001 together under the direction of Shane McMahon running the company. We are here. We are ready to go. We're only going to book one Nitro today like we have been. But that's just how it's going so far.
You can probably close the screen sharing, actually, because I'm just going to watch the stream. It's easier to read stuff on the stream than it is.
But it's not too big a deal.
It's like a 2-second delay or something.
Yeah.
This isn't an action game that requires fast reflexes. So, I can actually read the type size properly on it, as opposed to the screen share where everything's blurry and I'm squinting at the screen.
Yeah. So as you can see, we have a window open here at the start. I came up with an idea of somebody we could sign because not only do we just need bodies, but we need tag teams. And I was inspired by watching an old TNA show last night. Why don't we throw Johnny Swinger and Simon Diamond together to get us another team? So,
yeah, it gives us. We need teams to lose is the big thing. We have a bunch of teams we want to push and almost no one for them to beat.
We'll do 1 year and do this. There we go. Offer made. He shouldn't take too long to get back to us, I wouldn't think.
Watch Vince decide to fight us for him.
Yeah. That'd be fantastic.
Sometimes he'll do that. He'll just pick some random guy that, like, who cares, and fight you on it. Hello.
Hello, Jero. I just realized that I can't change my title like this, so I'm gonna do this. I'll go to the main screen here. I think we didn't have anything too interesting happen here. I looked at the OVW extension when I opened. It was only Solo Snuka, and nobody wants him, so I think we're okay.
Yeah, I'm less interested in extensions than I am in people not getting extensions that we can steal so that we have some actual talent.
Yeah, if we can get like if we can get one of the O2 class from contract extension season, that would be good. But like if Batista or Shelton or Brock become available, but that's about.
Gato and Chado are unfortunately virtually unknown in North America, so they don't really help us. They just go into our pool of low popularity guys that drag down our show for a while. We went through last time we played and pretty much signed everyone that was a free agent and could work in the States with a popularity over like 40.
Yeah, it was 40 or up. We got everybody that we could.
Because unfortunately with those restrictive Turner contracts that this mod starts with, most of the old WCW talent is just not available.
We have...
As for Gangrel, I'd probably take him. I mean, I don't want to sign Gangrel, but we're not in a state where we can afford to be picky.
Yeah, he can work enough that he would be worth it for us, but it's...
I think he's under contract to the Feds still.
I think he is. I think he might have been doing some lower card stuff or something like that at the time.
He was on Heat a lot around this time.
Yeah. So,
I don't know if they've let him go yet, but it is. I don't remember when he got fired.
He's like pretty much like in an Al Snow type of position, I think, if not somehow lower than Al Snow. But yeah,
he was probably lower than Al Snow following the collapse of the New Brood.
Yeah, he's probably not under Gangrel. He's probably under his real name. His name is Heath something.
He worked in the Federation till 2001, so it would be a tough line to when he got released.
I don't know. What's his shoot name? Let me look up the shoot name.
Hang on, I'm in his Wikipedia. David William Heath.
Okay. Oh, Heath's his last name. That's why I thought it was his first name.
Oh, he's on 1 month left. So, see, this guy knows the mod and has actually read all this stuff, so we might actually be able to grab him.
I don't even see.
He probably is under Gangrel.
No. I was like, I'm pretty sure I spelled his name right. And I already searched Heath, didn't I? Yeah. Is he just not in this database for some reason? Because he's pretty much inactive.
That would be weird if
It
they
would be.
missed
I
Gangrel.
think my settings are back to normal, yeah. There. Yep. Okay, I don't know where the frig he is, unless he's under William.
He might just be under some like really strange name. Let me see if I can find independent names for him. He might be Vampire Warrior actually,
Oh god. Let's burn him into
because
that.
that
Oh
was
my
one of
god, it
his
is.
indie
There we
names.
go. That's him. He's under IWA exclusive written, so he's working in Memphis right now.
Yeah, and that's an exclusive written, so we can't get him.
Well,
Check his contract, because
it expires in 14 days. We can grab him. It's like the
yeah,
guy
we
was
can
saying.
negotiate with him then.
Oh yeah, we should because this in the last month, so we can negotiate. Well, I guess we will.
I mean, we need the popularity.
You know what? He's good enough. He can have a couple years, in my opinion. Let's try
Yeah,
it.
he has potential as a manager. Like, I don't really want to watch Gangrel matches, but he was good managing the new brood.
I can't
I mean,
imagine that.
that was a stupid, or the original brood. Those were both stupid gimmicks that were very turn of the millennia, but
I can't imagine that the IWA is going to offer more money than we just did. So
I don't think they can afford to fight us.
yeah, I mean we've spent a little bit, but it's nothing too much to worry about at this point. Thanks for the suggestion, Zero.
Yeah, thanks for that. That's
That could help. That might
someone
help
that
us
I
a
hadn't
bit.
even thought of.
Yeah, I haven't fought a Grand Grill in a long time.
I don't even think about Gangrel when I'm watching those old MLW episodes he's on, because they're using him now.
I don't think we really had anything to really do before booking this time. It's just
No, we've been really just trying to power through to Big Bang so that we can start actually using the people we hired.
yeah. Let's get to the menu here. We can look at what we did last week in case anybody forgets, including the people that booked it.
Don't let the secret out. My memory is about as good as someone who's taken chair shots for years.
Where should we go this week? I think we said we were gonna stay in the south, didn't we?
No, that was me talking about my AW run on the other.
Oh, I think we were gonna. We had a specific spot we were gonna put the pay-per-view in. I think for this, and I already forget what it was. I think it was. Where was? I don't know.
Um,
Where were we last week? I should look at that.
yeah, look at her last show.
It was in the Mid-South. And where was week 1? Mid-Atlantic. Yeah, we were staying in
Maybe
in
Southwest this week then.
or Midwest. Maybe Midwest.
Midwest is a wrestling hotbed. Although we don't have, it's got a good wrestling economy. Our lower popularity isn't ideal, but we should make some money off ticket sales at least.
Yeah. I can't. I know I wanted to go somewhere. It might have been the Southeast for the pay-per-view. I don't know. I wanted to go somewhere.
Yeah, Southeast is a good spot. That's like our
It had
bed.
a good,
I mean, look
it
at
had
our
a good number of
popularity and
fans.
our economy there.
Yeah, I had a good number of fans. I think that's where I was heading for the pay-per-view, maybe. But
Yeah.
I don't remember.
The industry as a whole, we're more popular than the industry as a whole in Midwest. That's not a bad place.
Midwest, well, 4,300 right here. Might as well just go here, Black River Coliseum, and popular Bluff,
Yeah, we're only
Missouri.
expecting slightly below that. If we have a good card, we might actually be able to sell out.
Might as well do that. Now let's go
And
back
Poplar
to this.
Bluff sits at WCW Town. Like, I don't think they ever ran there, but just like some
You
little
can see them running
shithole
there.
town. No, yeah, some little shithole town that no one's ever heard of in the Midwest is such a place for WCW to go.
Yeah. Okay, there's a backstage incident waiting here between
Please be a
Diamond
mentor
Backstage and
issue.
Master Rue. Hopefully it is. And
Oh, that's going to be Wrestler's Court.
No, it is Protege.
Oh, sweet.
At Diamond Dallas Page has the irrepressible personality and is currently extremely happy. Lash LaRue has the quiet personality and currently has normal morale.
All right.
I got used to having pictures in this game that it's kind of putting me off now.
We'll have to download a mod pack at some
I don't think you
image
can
pack
edit
at
it
some
once
point.
you have the save going, unless it's the start of a month, like the other stuff.
Yeah, but you can insert images, can't you?
I don't know because I tried to do it in my O4 save and something was messed up. But that might have been something else I accidentally did because of something it was telling me. But anyways, this was last week's show. We got AJ Styles debuted on the show, defeating Jamie Noble.
Yeah, I thought so.
Okay, we can, good. I think it's just something I messed up with my O4 run because it said something about a save being inserted in a file. I must have did it on accident at some point. We had Booker T calling out Lance Storm after Lance Storm attacked him the previous week. Talking about wanting to give Storm a chance at him and everything. And this led later on to Storm being interviewed and saying that Booker, if Booker wants him so bad type deal, that Mike Awesome, he can face Mike Awesome first type deal. He wants to see how Booker does. We had a tag team stare down after 3 count defeat at Romeo and Skipper between 3 count and Jindrak and O'Haire. I had to remember who our tag champs were for a second.
You can see the depth of our tag field at this point.
Yes. We had Shane McMahon talk about new hires, leading into Mike Rotunda getting a match against Jason Jett, who is Easy Money, as one of his other gimmick name. So we got Mike Rotunda on the card after hiring him. We got this Lance Storm interview I was talking about. He wants to see what Booker's made of, so he's gonna have Mike Awesome go up against Booker tonight. The commentators then talked about the main event developments, which is this match that was just made, and then we got Rob Van Dam and Sabu defeating the Young Dragons, which was the debut of those two, and then the rest of the ECW guys we got come out and say they're going to take WCW to the Extreme and debut the Radicals of Extreme group, which was the great name I came up with last time.
I still love how early 2000s that name is.
Then we had Chavo Guerrero.
It fills me with the sort of rage that you can only get from like really, really bad 2000 gimmick names that were everywhere then. So it's so accurate because I felt the same way all the time about wrestling stable names at that point.
It's almost as good as EV2.
It's better than EV2 because EV2 doesn't piss me off the same way. It's lamer, but it's also less infuriating because it doesn't have that certain je ne sais shit that early 2000s stuff had.
We then got Chavo Guerrero Jr. getting a spotlight match on Nitro against the debut in Super Crazy because we have Chavo Guerrero going up against Shane Helms for the Cruiserweight title at Big Bang. That will probably be our open. Shane Helms then came out to talk about Chavo after that match, and then we had Booker T defend the WCW United States title against Mike Awesome in the match that was teased earlier in the night by Lance Storm, which was the highlight of our card besides Shane McMahon talking about the new hires. But yeah.
Yes, which shouldn't be a highlight of our card. If the Authority figures the best thing on there, it's not going great.
Yeah, well, that sums up what we're working with right now. So
yeah, we should do some stuff with the ECW guys this week.
Yes, we did have something planned, I think, but what that is, I don't know anymore. We haven't booked this in like 3 or 4 weeks, so we're kind of
it's been about a month because scheduling interfered with our last planned.
This is going to be a lot of booking on the fly here.
Yeah.
But
I know we had the plan for the show, but to actually get them on,
we needed to do. I think we were going to do our tag match this week finally between 3 count and Jindrak and O'Haire because we wanted to build up to the open challenge stuff.
Yeah, we need to do that.
So we'll start that off here because that's the one thing I remember we were going towards.
That might actually be our main event this week because we don't want to...
Okay, 2v2.
Well, our ECW guys are going to be faces when we use them. So I don't think we're going to have them like threaten to hijack our show.
The thing with the ECW guys is we could use them as tweeners in a way, but overall they are good guys. So And they kind of have to be good guys too because we have a RVD heel turn planned in the future. So.
Yeah, we want RVD to split off from them. And I mean, if we turn Sandman heel, we take away the one thing he has. I mean, the only good thing about him is his entrance.
It's Palumbo. I had my guys confused.
You were thinking WWE bad tag teams, not WCW bad tag teams.
And they're going up against 3 count, which means it is.
You raise an excellent point. Unfortunately, we have yet to hire Gangrel.
And Evan Courageous.
I do like the way you think, Jaron Millet.
Yeah, you're coming up with some decent ideas for it.
And he's shitting on Gangrel, which I'm always a fan of.
Yeah, way to pop the crowd.
Pop the streamer.
We'll try to give them 20 minutes, but they'll probably complain and need 15.
Their stamina is probably not good enough, but we should try it.
We'll try it. They're young guys, so Nick Patrick can take it.
It's Palumbo and O'Haire I'm worried about being able to go for 20 minutes.
Me too. They're probably the ones who get.
3 count can do it.
World Tag Champs. If they can't, it's not accurate. This will probably be our storytelling match, I'm thinking. Any complaints against that? Yeah.
There's no way we're getting Palumbo and O'Haire in a high spots match.
No way.
Which is what we'd want to use. Which is what we'd want to use 3 count for.
Sean O'Haire is going to get the pin.
We might be able to get one member of 3 count to take a stunt bump. Pop the crowd early.
Good point. I like the way you think. That's why we're doing this. Evan Courageous can take the loss. They definitely can't call in the ring. How do we want them to win, or should we just leave it up? It's 3.
It'll be a decisive win if we don't tell it otherwise. The game doesn't default to booking tainted or cheap wins.
Yeah, I don't know if this first one needs to be a cheap win, because 3 count. Well, we were building the last couple weeks. They're not really.
No one's going to believe that are going to question if 3 count lose here.
And it gives a little legitimacy to our tag champs. So. Yeah,
and since they're the heels, they'd still have cheated in the match. It just means that it won't be
the finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. I don't even think we have a storyline going for this. So, and if we do, it would advance anyway.
I don't think it deserves a storyline. We're not going any further with it after this.
Well, we're going into.
We have a Palumbo and O'Haire. Yeah, we have a Palumbo and O'Haire storyline, but nothing involving 3 count. They're just guys to take bumps for us.
Let's see if Shannon Moore will take a stump bump.
He's young and probably stoned when we're talking to him, so it should happen.
Look at that. No complaints at all.
Excellent. Palumbo and O'Haire have more stamina than I was worried.
That might be our main event. The only way it probably might not be is if we put Lance Storm on the show, which we'll see what happens.
Booker again, but Booker needs a week off.
I think Booker's going to get a week off from the ring.
Yeah, Booker should just talk. He's been in the ring every show we've had so far.
I think we might give... I'm down for giving Lance Storm a showcase to give him a little legitimacy going into the pay-per-view as well, but maybe we have
we do have plans for Lance.
And they kind of fight or something.
Yeah.
There's that. I think
we did script the 3 count match, didn't we? You were saying you were going to. I wasn't reading.
No, I didn't put anything there, but we can script it.
Yeah, Ron's right. We should script it. Because if not, they'll call it in the ring. And
does it? It does automatically go call in the ring?
Yeah, it defaults to call in the ring.
I didn't know that. That's good to know. I don't think the tag should be our main event because we should have the angle of them. The tag champs claiming that there's nobody that can beat them or whatever.
Yeah, but I don't count an aftermatch angle as the main event.
Yeah.
I know the game will list it as the main event.
I'm just thinking, I kind of like the idea of giving Lance Storm a main event match here.
Yeah, I mean, Palumbo and O'Haire claiming that no one can beat them doesn't need to end the show.
Yeah. So Sean O'Haire.
I'd actually rather end the show on Lance Storm.
Microphone, unfortunately. How long should this be? Probably only like 3 minutes.
Yeah, we don't want to give them a lot of time.
We
You need to push 5 to get good ratings, but I don't expect Palumbo and O'Haire to get a good rating.
that gives them an even 25 minutes of screen time, though, at least. So yeah, being used, that's whatever. We have to push people hard to get them over to an extent.
That rating, that comment, I don't put a lot of stock in.
We need...
Because the only way to build people is to use them.
Oh, yeah, we don't have specific match types. We just need 3 different ones. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you've got the easy one here. It's order safe that we actually have to hit. I don't think we turn them off storytelling. We've got them trying to do a 20-minute match.
Yeah. So, I like the Lance Storm gets a main event match here idea. I mean, he is one of our main guys right now, so let's feed him somebody. Who will that be? Let's see. Who is our contenders here?
I say we give them a cruiserweight so they can do a nice flippy match.
Okay.
With Lance being the grounded guy that's grappling them. Those matches are always fun. Because they book him as a cruiserweight.
Okay, who's gonna be our guy then? It'd be nice if we have somebody kind of over enough for them to have a decent...
You might want to bring that screen forward so I can actually...
How's it looking? Let me look at this.
I can't see the...
Oh.
Wrestlers we never bothered to turn that on, but...
I have... Okay.
I can see the 1v1 screen, but not the actual...
It's just in the wrong order.
Yeah, here we go. Now I can actually read it.
I had to bring it up in the order.
That's what I thought. Lance. We don't want a main event with a technical match. Although we do have Kurt Hennig on our roster.
Technical matches tend to be bad in the main event, but they're hard to book in general.
Yeah, they're bad in the main event.
But if we're not doing anything
else... That's a pay-per-view. We're doing that on pay-per-view in the future.
They're both heels, though, is the problem with that, but...
Yeah.
We have Too Cold Scorpio, but we haven't debuted him yet. His popularity's not great. Bob Eaton.
He's not bad. I don't want to debut him in our main event, though.
Seal. DDP and Lance Storm is a bigger match than just a throwaway main event right now.
Yeah, that's not a giveaway on TV.
I want to save that. I mean, I want. We could.
Sabu has some name value.
Terry Funk, but he can't. Well.
Oh yeah, we signed a prototype.
We did.
That's awesome. We're gonna have to change that name.
Oh yeah, we were talking about we were gonna do that. We're not gonna use him yet, so I wasn't too worried about it.
No, we're not using him yet. I had forgotten we had done that.
Oh, we have Mikey Ripwreck? He should be in the ECW group at some point.
Yeah, Mikey should be in there.
I had somebody I think that was gonna replace RVD in the group. I don't. It might have been Too Cold Scorpio because I was gonna do a flippy guy. I think.
Yeah. I mean, Mikey's there to take bumps.
Mikey should be in the group anyway at some point.
Yeah, he'll be in the group, but his role will be to team with Sandman and take the bumps for him.
Yeah.
Because Sandman can't take a lot of bumps.
Sabu's a good shout. Maybe. I don't...
If we're doing the main event, I kind of want a bigger name than Too Cold Scorpio.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind Terry Funk.
That's almost too big a name for a throwaway TV match.
Yeah, but Terry Funk's also kind of... He's not the biggest part of our ECW group, is what I was thinking.
That's true. We could use Terry. I'd watch that.
Terry... Because he's just above Sandman in importance in our ECW group, because it's Sabu, RVD, and Tommy that are the main focuses overall.
That's a good point. And we don't want to do Lance versus Sandman.
And this would be a really good match, hypothetically.
Yeah. That would be an awesome match. That is a main event.
And that way we don't we don't
We
stifle
don't waste
Sabu's
something we
momentum
might.
right away.
Yeah, and we also don't waste Lance versus Sabu, which might actually be a match we do in the future.
Yeah. So I think this is decent. I kind of like giving Terry the loss more than Sabu. It feels like
Yeah.
there's more reason to
Yeah, I was mostly picking Sabu style-wise, but you're
yeah.
right. Terry can eat the loss better.
Um,
And we can start building Lance's credibility as a heel by not having him let up after the match.
we'll
Yeah,
try
keep it
20 again.
15.
I suspect. Okay, we'll just go 15.
I don't think we should do 15 with Terry Funk
Fair
at
enough.
like 55.
Dusty can railroad agent. Lance Storm gonna win.
Yeah, Lance wins.
We already did storytelling.
I kind of want to change this to storytelling and maybe do a wild
We could
brawl or
do a
something.
wild brawl, but we'll have to knock it down to 15 minutes.
Why don't?
Well, this was early 2000s. Terry Funk was very wild brawl type thing too.
Yeah,
He was
it's
brawl.
Lance that's not the wild brawl
No,
guy.
it's not. He's technical, and what is Lance's? Oh, he has really good stats overall, so he might be able to make. He might be more
He could
flexible.
do a wild brawl, but it's kind of off-brand for him.
Yeah. I just in my head it's more Terry's the one bringing out the
What if?
weapons.
Yeah, what if we do like steal the show?
We could. I mean, it's weird to do
Because
that for a
that
main
doesn't
event,
need to
but
be-
that's fine.
It doesn't need to be high spots.
Yeah, I'm fine doing that. I was thinking that in my head. It's just weird doing that on the main event, but that's fine. These two should hypothetically be able to call in the rain. Let's see if they can.
Yeah. Or we could, as Jaron says, we could just do a regular match because
That
they
too.
don't really have. They don't really have conflicting styles. Although I do like trying to get our other match objectives out of the way, and then we can shuffle them around afterwards. But at least we know we've got a match of each type.
Yeah, we'll leave it as steal the show for now, and I suspect we might change it considering we haven't booked a cruiserweight match yet. But we'll
Yeah,
see.
because if we don't have enough, then our show will really suffer.
Lance, I'm thinking he gets that single leg Boston Crab finish.
Yeah, and then he doesn't let go afterwards, and
Yeah,
the other
exactly.
ECW guys have to let him come out and run him off because nothing gets heat like beating up an old guy.
Yeah, we could have the ECW guys run him out of the ring, and then Booker meets him on the ramp.
Yeah. That's a very WCW ending. I like it.
It is. Okay.
Especially because we're only 2 weeks out from the pay-per-view right now, so we need to start like building some stuff up because like next week we could do like Terry and Booker versus Lance and
Awesome.
for the go home.
Identifies match. Oh, Terry can't even do 15. Probably because of the steel
Well,
show.
that answers that question because I don't think we can do a 10-minute steel to show match. Well, actually, I think we can. It's 15 max, but there's no min, is there?
No, it's the minimum is. No, there's no minimum or maximum. It's because the all out match just the all out.
Yeah, it's hidden in all out is the minimum.
It's because
all the all out requirements also apply.
Yeah, there's no minimum. It just means they use it. Just means they're going all out, so their stamina gets eaten up more. That's why we can't go 15. With
Yeah,
Terry.
so we'll have to just do this as a regular match.
That's fine.
See if Terry can make it 15 with a regular match.
Yeah, he can. I knew it was just because of the all out match. There we go. Let's get our aftermatch angles here. This is a better close for the show.
Yeah.
So
Maybe we close hour 1 with the Palumbo match.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably good to not have those two matches in a row. Put something in between. Maybe we'll get a spotlight match for somebody in between those. Who am I looking for? Lance Storm. Terry
Because
Funk.
we are going to want some of our ECW guys in the ring.
I'm thinking the best way to get the best ratings out of this is split the ECW guys commit to save Terry and the Booker T Lance Storm stuff into 2 Finns.
Yeah, I think you're right there because we can book for different objectives.
Sabu. Remember, Radicals of Extreme Group is just Terry Funk, Rob Van Dam, Sabu, Sandman, and Tommy Dreamer at the moment. We will.
Yeah, but Sandy caning the shit out of Lance Storm is like the biggest pop we'll get from him. So
The Sandman and Tommy. So Lance will be. If he's got we'll put fighting because he's still got him in the single leg, I guess.
I might put him on entertainment.
Entertainment, okay. We'll try
because he's doing a bunch of stuff. Like he's got to fight, and then he's got to get caned by Sandman, and then he's got to be scared of them, but still kind of like arrogant.
What should the other ECW guys be? Should they just kind of be overness?
How long are we thinking of running this?
This is only like 2 or 3 minutes. They're just running.
Okay, then we can use overness. We should definitely use fighting for Sandman because Sandman's going to cane the shit out of him.
Yeah, he'll hit him with a stray cane shot as he exits or something, and then overness for the other guys.
I see Sandman just like breaking the hold by walloping him with the kendo stick a bunch.
He's the first one out there.
No, he's probably the last one because he did all of Enter Sandman coming in.
The other ECW guys just being nice and trying to pull him off because they were in the company with him in the past, and Sandman just finally makes it and fucking
just shows up and canes him right in the head.
I think 2 minutes is fine for that. Johnny,
yeah, because we're doing the Booker thing afterwards.
Yeah, and Booker and Lance can get like another 3 minutes after that, so it's like 5
minutes. I
minutes
was just gonna say we give them 3 and it's 5 minutes total.
They'll both be fighting, I think.
If they're actually gonna fight on the ramp.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean,
I wasn't sure if you were thinking stare down or.
No, I want Booker to come out and smack the shit out of Lance, and Lance the fucking.
Okay, yeah. So he's backing up.
Maybe Lance will be selling.
He's backing up from the ECW guys, keeping an eye on them. He turns around to go backstage, and Booker just comes out from behind the set and hits him.
Yeah.
I'd put him on fighting, too.
Okay.
We're going into a pay-per-view where he has to look like a credible threat. We don't want him to just get taken out.
Oh, that's the wrong way. Booker needs to be in the top slot because of how I set it up. Booker and Lance. Lance Storm, our Nepo baby of the run. Johnny Ace can take this as well.
I mean, it's fitting we have when this show is being owned by, like, wrestling's biggest Nepo baby.
I don't know what to name this. I'll just say Booker and Lance Brawl.
I mean, that's pretty much all it is.
There we go. So we still need 6 to 8 more minutes, a little over an hour. What the fuck should open this show?
Cruiserweights. It's WCW in the early 2000s. Yeah. Cruiserweights opened the show.
True. Who's gonna get our cruiserweight match this week? Should we just give AJ another win because that's how you build guys?
Yeah, I mean, I don't love opening the show with AJ all the time because he's so unpopular. Yeah. At least he has a popularity everywhere now.
Yeah.
That's a step, but
I mean, you have to use people to get them over as the Finn, so.
Yeah, we almost might want to put him on the pre-show though.
Yeah, maybe we'll just give him a pre-show match then. We have our cruiserweight title match of the pay-per-view is Shane Helms versus Chavo Guerrero Jr., which should perform pretty well.
Yeah.
What do we do on the way there, though, is the question. They haven't really interacted much besides talking about one another, I think. So,
what if Shane beats someone and Chavo shows up and talks shit at him from up on the stage?
Yeah, I don't think Chavo's directly talked about Shane. Maybe he did the first week. But Chavo can come out and talk shit after going in. I mean, yeah, let's do something like that. Shane Helms gets a title defense. That should help him. Who's he gonna fight? We have some cruiserweight guys that haven't been debuted yet. I forgot we had Jack Evans. Holy shit.
Yeah. Problem with Jack Evans is we run into the same problem as AJ.
Oh, I forgot we have Road Dogg now too.
Yeah, we have a lot of people we can actually use now. That's not a bad idea, but I kind of feel like that's a pay-per-view match in the future.
Helms vs. Too Cold. That is a good show. That would be a great match. I think we have other guys we can fall back to first. I'm hoping at least. Where's Kid Cash? That's who I was looking for.
He's in case. Right under Kaz Hayashi. I was just going to say we should use Cash.
Yeah, I was thinking of him as the first. I think this would be a good match here. Because, it's given Cash a loss on his first match in, but it's against the champion, so at least he's getting a title shot.
Just being in the ring with the champion is a pretty big feather in his cap. And I mean, he's at 20 popularity. We're not going to be pushing him in a pay-per-view main event anytime soon.
Yeah, and this would be a really good match in real life, so...
Yeah, Too Cold Scorpio actually has some popularity. We can use him for a pay-per-view match.
This will be your
which is why I didn't want to do that. Yeah.
I knew we'd do a different match that would deserve it more. Shane Helms defends. He'll get a pinfall win because he'll use his fucking killer vertebraker. Yeah. And I guess these two will probably need the script because Shane Helms is pretty early on in the business. Everything else should be fine. I guess we can advance the cruiserweight storyline.
That'll take care of itself.
Fair.
Oh no, it won't there, because only Shane's in the match.
Yeah. Billy Silverman can take control of...
Yeah, and I don't think we want to put Chavo on commentary.
Fit Finley hasn't been used yet. We'll have Chavo come out. We also don't have Shane McMahon on the show, so we can discuss if we want to get him on the show in some capacity.
I mean, he is a cheap rating pop.
He is.
Kurt Hennig open challenge with Jesse James. According to is this suggestion from Jaron?
I mean, that's not a bad idea. I don't know if we should pop that. I think if we do a Kurt Hennig open challenge, we don't have the first one be answered by Jesse James, because that's Jesse James could debut that way and beat Kurt Hennig or something.
Yeah, I like that idea, Jaron, that we do it on the pay-per-view.
Maybe we start the Kurt Hennig open challenges now.
Yeah, because I was just going to say that because we don't want to debut Kurt Hennig with an open challenge on the pay-per-view, because then no one's going to buy the pay-per-view to see Kurt Hennig.
Yeah, so that will be our spotlight in between the two big matches.
Yeah, we can have
That's perfect.
What about Scorpio answering the open challenge?
That's fine. We got to get Scorpio.
I don't want to put him against Shane Helms, but I don't see us doing Kurt Hennig versus Too Cold Scorpio on pay-per-view anytime soon.
That would actually probably be pretty good, really.
I'm just suggesting stuff I want to see.
Yeah. I mean, we getting Kurt on this show is not a bad idea.
I think he's because we want to use him to build people long term. But
we were gonna do ECW versus Wyndham and Rotunda too.
Yeah.
So we got to do something with that on the show, because we got to have them interacting for the pay-per-view, because Wyndham's debuting as a mystery partner.
Yeah. So
Wyndham and the ECW guys, maybe we'll give Rotunda mic time or something, which probably won't go over well, but microphone for Chavo and Shane Helms entertainment, maybe.
Yeah, entertainment is my go-to. They're doing a bunch of stuff.
Chavo talks smack. And yeah, 5 minutes. That's fine. That can be
This
after.
one, I think we're going to want to actually have a rating matter for the show. And so that means it has to be at least 5 minutes. There's a reason I book my segments 5 minutes, even if there's stuff that should be shorter.
Yeah. Okay, let's get the Kurt Hennig Open Challenge going. So we'll...
He can do like a 2-minute angle where he
sets it up, yeah.
opens it up, and then we'll have the match.
Kurt Hennig, he can still go relatively. Okay.
He's good as long as we don't make him do flippy shit. But I mean, why would you do Kurt Hennig?
He's got 25 pop. That's good enough. 10 minutes is probably fine for those two. For now.
Yeah, we don't want this to be a big deal. Because the draw for the match on the pay-per-view is that they're going to see Kurt Hennig like have a good long match. So we don't give them...
Should we work the crowd in case the tag match underperforms?
I don't like using work the crowd or calm the crowd because they go wrong.
A lot, yeah.
A lot
I'm
because
just
it required...
suspecting our tag match might underperform is the only reason I'm throwing it out there.
I suspect it'll underperform, but I can guarantee if we put work the crowd, it won't. That's just the way this game treats me. If I tell them to work the crowd...
I guess we'll just do a regular match then.
Yeah. We are going to need to get one more specialty
These
in there.
These guys should be able to call it in the ring, but we'll find out. Decisive win. Pinfall finish, because he's going to get that perfect plex, whatever he was calling it in WCW. And
I'd almost just leave it on decisive win, because I don't have a problem with him winning by submission either.
Yeah, but was Kurt really doing submissions? I just see him getting that beautiful bridge.
I do, but since we can't pick the exact match, I like to let the game somewhat decide sometimes. Yeah, we'll stick this after the tag match.
Yep. And we'll have an angle, like you said.
Angle to open it. Yeah. I mean, with two angles in between the tag match and this, the crowd will probably have come down a bit anyway.
Yeah.
Because this is just going to be like Kurt Hennig on microphone, and then that's it. We could do Scorpio on overness, but he's only got a 25.
Yeah, there's no point, really.
He'd hurt it. Like, if we were going to do a storyline, we could include him and just not have him rated, but it's a one-off match, so we'll just have Kurt issue the challenge. Kurt can talk.
God, I hope so. We need the popper rating somewhere.
Hello, Mike Beerman. Let's fucking go. That's a hell of a name.
Welcome to the stream. We're booking some WCW in 2001, like sane people do.
Well, now that we've hired a roster, we actually seem somewhat sane. Trying to get through those first weeks was rough.
Yeah.
I actually have matches I'm excited about now instead of fuck it, put this guy in the show. Fill some time.
Mm-hmm. So we gotta get Rotunda interacting with our ECW boys. Maybe we put the ECW
What about
boys
Rotunda versus Mikey?
Or we could do that.
Because Mikey's not officially in the group, but they would care if Rotunda kicks the shit out of him.
Yeah. That gets Rotunda another win to build him up a little before he
It gets Mikey a debut, too.
Yeah.
And no one's going to complain if Rotunda beats Mikey, because Mikey's mostly there to take a hit. Even when he was champion, the gimmick was that he wasn't actually that good, and he just, like, fluked into being champion.
Luckily, we don't have either Hogan or Luger to worry about at this point, so we don't have to...
Yeah, they're both sitting out their fat old Turner contracts.
Which is better for us to not have to deal with any egos right now, but...
Yeah, because honestly, with the state of our popularity, if we had Hogan, we'd kind of have to push him.
I'm worried about Mikey's popularity. Oh, it's actually the same as Too Cold, so I'm not too worried anymore. What was Mike Rotunda's popularity? 30, okay. Oh, and 35 in some places. Okay, this will probably just be a regular match as well.
Yeah, I mean, Rotunda hasn't been a big name in, like, 10 years at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty true. He was not really doing much in the late 90s in his WCW run, so
He was a guy that was there.
let's see how the assassin does, because why not? Oh, I didn't do anything of who wins or whatever. I literally just care that Mike Rotunda wins, and that's about it.
Yeah, I just put Mike Rotunda in for a win.
That will be
This is a 10-minute match.
right here, earlier on in the show, and then we'll get
Gotta bring down the crowd for that 3-count match.
maybe we'll just have Rotunda talking trash and all the ECW guys.
Yeah, I like the idea of Rotunda running his mouth, and then next week we can set up the tag match with the mystery partner.
Yeah, perfect. On the go home. What are our storylines? Do we have? I think we just have one with all the ECW guys in it. Yeah, RVD versus Extreme. That's fine because the storyline's not. Oh wow, Lance Storm Booker's storyline is over at least. That's nice. You know what? The ECW storyline, it might actually get over here if these perform well enough. This storyline, it's just there.
I mean, I can't see the storylines, so.
Oh. It was the cruiserweight Shane Helms and Chavo Guerrero storyline. It's only got the third.
Yeah, I don't. True to brand for WCW, that's going to be a great match that absolutely no one gives a shit about.
Yeah. Oh, fuck off. Let me go back to the screen. Okay. There we go. The ECW guys are already coming out later on, so they don't need to come out here. Mikey Ripwreck's not.
No, but you could have them off screen and not rated just to advance the storyline involving them.
That's what I was gonna do. Rob, Sabu.
Even just Rob and Tommy, maybe Sabu. We don't need to throw in the second stringers.
We might as well. He's talking about the whole group.
Yeah, I was just thinking. We're not rating them, so just stick in enough to gimmick it so it picks them up.
Yeah. I won't throw Terry in there. He's in the match later. We'll just do those four.
And put them off screen.
Yes. Off screen, off screen, off screen, off screen, off screen. We'll rate these two at least on overness.
We do not have Shane Douglas.
You know what? Rate them all on overness. We don't, because Shane Douglas is sitting out of contract too. He signed.
Yeah.
He signed
basically, almost anyone that was around at the end of ECW, or at the end of WCW or ECW for that matter, and didn't immediately show up in the Fed, is sitting out massive contracts that we can't buy out.
Or show up in the Fed throughout the invasion at some point.
They're not available for legal reasons, so we don't even have the option to try to buy them out.
And we still have 12 more minutes to book. I would like to get Shane McMahon on this show.
Yeah, I popped that rating. I like keeping Rotunda, and
I think Shane Douglas might have been in a lawsuit too at the time, but I could be.
Yeah, actually, that's the legal reason because he sued them.
Yeah, I think you said that the first week.
Yes, but as mentioned earlier, I have the memory of someone that's taken a lot of chair shots.
Yeah, well, he was probably sitting out of contract and then decided to sue them as well, so that's why his timetable is so long. Because it's not till like sometime in late 02 or something that he's available. We do. I don't think I can show that screen, but maybe we'll show that after the show real fast before we go, unless I can show it now. Oh, I can show it. This is our short list of guys we're waiting to become free that are, some of them are pretty short timetables, some of them are longer. We've got Brian Adams and Brian Clark. Yes, we are dire enough to want them. To get Chronic back, we just have to wait 3 months and 3 weeks.
We need tag teams, so
What? Wait, Brian
that's
Clark's
why Chronic's
available.
coming.
No, he's not. Fucking
legal reasons for another 3 months.
Reasons again. The screen is confusing sometimes. Dustin Rhodes, get him back the natural in 2 months and 2 weeks, so a month less than the other guys essentially. Goldberg is a year and 2 months, but if we need him, We'll get him.
We need that 85 popularity.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan, 8 months. He came back in January or
We
February
might try
02.
to. We need that 85 popularity, and we might be able to get him to job
That's when the
if we
NWO
bully
came
him
back
enough.
in February 02 there. That run went well, right? Jeff Jarrett is only 4 months and 2 weeks. We're going to scoop him whether we need him or not because we're both marks for him, so...
Thanks to AEW, I never was a Jarrett mark until fucking AEW, and now he's great.
Ken Shamrock is training for a professional fight for 3 months, so if
I
he
don't
wants
think
to
we
come on
need him as
board,
much anymore. We might have him on to like pass some popularity on, but
yeah, he's just there.
he was
'cause we were desperate.
shortlisted when we were far more desperate than we are now.
Kevin Nash, who I really want, is also 8 months because the NWO thing. I wanted Nash from the start, but he's sitting there with that big contract.
We actually had to shift the storyline onto We actually had to shift the storyline onto Hall because we were able to get him.
I had a big run that I wanted to do for Hall anyway, but it's just
Yeah, but the
centric on
introductory storyline was supposed to be Kev.
it was, yes.
And then he's sitting out the contract, but Hall had been fired, so he didn't have a contract anymore, and we were able to scoop him.
So Hall's and Nash is like Jarrett, where I want to sign him anyway. So
Yeah, Nash is definitely we'd actually use. He's not a desperation holiday.
Norman Smiley's only 42 days to wait, so we'll sign him up when
Jarrett
we can.
or Hall is going to be debuted on the pay-per-view.
Yes.
He's our big surprise for the pay-per-view.
He's the big surprise going out at the show or whatever, however we book it. Because him and Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, we're going to have Bischoff and him show up to close the show.
Because
and set up our next couple of months of storylines.
We have a faction brewing in WCW.
Yeah.
They've never done that before, right? A faction?
Yeah, of course not. That always goes well.
Yeah, exactly.
And we couldn't
no, it's not
pencil him in for anything important on this pay-per-view because we spent the last 2 weeks in a massive bidding war with the WWE to actually hire him.
Yeah, we kind of...
It was like 3 days ago that we learned that we actually had him.
Yeah, we got him late the previous week. If we might have debuted him a little sooner to get.
We
some
have
pop on
Danielson
TV
signed.
We have
Danielson's. Oh yeah, we passed on him because he has like 12 popularity in two places.
It's because he's in an exclusive contract with. He's either in Memphis or in. He's got an exclusive contract and as the American Dragon somewhere.
Okay, because
we didn't grab Punk because of popularity. We could grab Punk.
Yeah.
We could grab Hero, and we could grab Daniels, and we could grab.
In the future, I want to grab a lot of those guys, but right now we've been just trying to get ourselves a functional roster. We've already been having that problem because we did grab AJ Styles as a future prospect, and he's so unpopular at this point that we pretty much have to put him on pre-show matches to try to build him.
Yeah,
because we used him on TV and he tanked our show.
We have to do. There's only so many people you can build at once, type deal. So we want like all of those guys. It's just we don't want to grab them all at once. And Claudio, even if he is working right now, we can't grab. I don't think right now. Or maybe
I don't think we've looked at Claudio.
I don't know if we have. I know we can't grab Steen because of the Canadian thing.
Steen's only active in Canada, and same with Kenny Omega. We looked into both of them.
Kenny. That was the other one. Danielson, we actually did really want and would have grabbed right away if it wasn't for the exclusive contract, because we had an angle for Danielson, actually, which we were going to have Ricky Steamboat manage Danielson is what our original plan was, but since we can't get
WCW logic, the Dragon manages the Dragon.
Exactly. But since we couldn't get Danielson, we didn't bother bringing Ricky on board. But if Danielson becomes available in the future, we'll run that angle. We'll see. Rey Mysterio Jr. is only out for 5 months. We're definitely grabbing him when he's available, because it's fucking Rey Mysterio. I
suspect we're going to have to fight Vince for him.
I suspect we will. It's fucking Rey Mysterio. Of course we're getting him. Somebody else we'll probably have to fight for, Ric Flair. Only 5 months for him, because he came back in late 01. To the consortium. But yeah, Scott Steiner, 6 months. We'll take a Steiner, the better one too. Rick's retiring in this database, so
Yeah, Rick Steiner's retiring, so we don't even have the option of doing the Steiner
we
brothers.
we might have shortlisted him,
We probably would have done it if he wasn't retiring,
but
because,
he's retiring, so
as mentioned, our tag situation is sparse.
yeah. And they kind of did reform in 2000 anyway, so a little bit. Slash 2001. Rick Steiner came in like right before the company died again. Shane Douglas.
Ain't actually not out as long as I thought he was.
It's not quite as long as I was thinking it was. I thought it was.
We actually have the Road Warriors.
We do have the Road Warriors. There are.
They were our first signings.
There are a surprise for the pay-per-view of our tag champions. Legal reasons for 10 months for Shane. Shawn Michaels is shortlisted because he was fired after his tantrum at Mania 17 or whatever. Personal reasons for a year.
Well, that's actually an error in the mod based on this being an older mod before it came out that Vince actually had him signed the whole time, and the reason he came back was because WCW had gone under, and Vince decided to stop paying him for sitting home.
Yeah,
because Vince was paying him. Vince was paying him so that he couldn't go to WCW, and once WCW went under, Vince is like, well, fine, I don't need to keep paying you then. I don't care. You're not going to go to the competition anymore. So Shawn came back.
Yeah. So he's still out for a year because, of course, he didn't come back till SummerSlam 02. Well, a little before because he joined the NWO, of course. But anyways.
We don't talk about that.
Sid Fish is out for 10 months due to legal reasons, but his leg also might be hurting still. But anyways, yes, we will.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to fight hard for Shawn, but it's Shawn Michaels. If we can get him,
we're gonna take
he can do wonders for the company.
One of the goats. Stevie Ray, for some reason, I think just because he was kind of popular.
We were thinking of maybe reforming Harlem Heat for a tag run once Booker drops the belt.
Well, it would be good. It would be a feel-good moment to have them reform when Booker's getting overwhelmed by the numbers of the new alliance.
Yeah, but the reason we short-lifted him was because it gives us access to another tag team.
Yeah, that too. And then good old it's Sting. A year, 5 months, and 2 weeks. So we're gonna be waiting a while for that guy, but another one that I will fight for personally and professionally.
With that long a sit out, there's a non-zero chance that he retires before he comes back because he's already got 15 years of experience at this point.
And I will cry.
And once they pass 40, if they're not active for a while, like if they're unemployed, the game starts testing if they retire. So Sting's iffy if we actually get him because with him being out for a year and a half, there's a good chance he retires on us.
Eddie?
We haven't actually looked at his contract.
I didn't look specifically at his contract. He is fired at some point in 01. I think it's relatively soon from where we are. We actually probably should check
that won't
after
happen
the
in
show.
the game. Yeah,
his
that won't
contract
happen
will
in game,
expire, though.
Oh yeah, and we can fight for him then.
They'll probably the mod creators probably set his contract to be up until when he was fired because that's what people tend to do. So we might be able to. That would be
smart if they did that.
That's what people tend to do with these mods, so we'll see. Anyways, we have 12 minutes left of this Nitro the book. Let's kind of get back on task with that a little bit.
So a throwaway match, and Shane talking.
If we're gonna do a throwaway match, we can put that between the two angles here, and then we could have Shane
that would
talk.
Be good. Just
maybe Shane could talk before the tag title match.
Yeah. Although that still has our angle clump.
Well, yeah, but I kind of...
What about Shane between the Hennig match and Terry Funk?
Oh, yeah, that's where I wanted an angle originally. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's...
We can have Shane talk there, and then we can... I
don't know what he's going to talk about, but he'll talk about something.
The pay-per-view?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was about to say. We can just get him hyped in the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean, we're just putting him on the show to take advantage of having someone over.
Yeah. We'll just do this microphone. We don't have him in a storyline yet, so easy as that. And then we'll get that match between the clump there. And who do we want here? Who do we want?
This might be a time to build AJ instead of on the pre-show. Even though it'll be a bad match, it's a 10-minute match that
in between something. So
we kind of need to bring the crowd down a little bit anyway. So
yeah, we can.
We just have AJ beat like.
I'm good getting AJ on the show. I know it's gonna do bad, but
it'll do better than opening the show on him.
Yeah.
Have we had him beat Jamie Noble yet?
Yeah, that's what we did last week. Last Review.
That's another one we can see to him.
Last Review's alright, so it's not gonna perform that well anyway, so.
Oh, I don't know if we want to give Conan the loss to some unknown at this point. Like, I love AJ. He's one of the best of all time. But AJ in 2001, people did not care about.
That's a future when he's built up a little bit.
Yeah, that's a match for when people actually care about AJ. I also think Conan would pitch a major fit if we told him to do it right now.
Oh, probably.
Conan's not good about agreeing to losses, although I haven't tested
Conan also might be annoyed right now because we hired Vampiro.
Oh yeah, he's still salty about that.
So we don't want to mess with him too much right now.
Yeah. Sorry we hired that guy you hate. Here, lose to this kid no one's heard of. I'd give AJ a pin. He doesn't have a submission at this point. I mean, he's going to be winning off the spiral tap, most likely.
Yeah. His spiral tap is more his finisher at this point.
I don't think he was even really using this Styles Clash.
He doesn't really use it, I don't think, until TNA, until NWA. TNA.
Even in TNA, like early TNA, he wasn't really using it.
He still uses the spiral tap more for a while.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing...
What's it complaining about?
Him actually hit... It's probably complaining about us using...
Less than 3 matches had different aims, what?
Oh, that's the important one.
Because we changed Funk and Storm. This was storytelling. This is our steal of the show.
Okay, I've never actually watched any Wildside.
Me neither.
That's a good point. We could book that as a car crash. And they would totally do a car crash style match.
Yeah, I don't know if Lash is going to be any good at it, but we'll try it.
This match is going to suck anyway because no one cares about AJ yet. Yeah. We just need him to get a win.
Essentially.
Like, if Lash sucks at a car crash right now, it doesn't really matter.
People are being used far too much in the show, but it is what it is. We have a better roster. We have a better roster than we did, but it's also, we're still kind of stuck in a bit of a shitty situation for now, but we'll get past that.
The people who are being used way too much this week are way better than the people that were getting used way too much 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm far happier with this.
Okay, let's start the show. This is a way better start than last week. Shit. So they got a 46. I'm happy with that. This is defense number 2. Not accurate to real life for Shane Helms. And he did win with the vertebraker. Look at that. I called it.
Nice.
This was Kid Cash's debut, so he has a gimmick change. Not suitable to be used by babyface. Well, good Finn, he's a heel. But he's got that swagger gimmick going. Kid Cash, Shane Helms have great chemistry. That's great. We can run that back if we need to. Now it's in quality lift.
We're going to probably run that a bunch because Kid Cash is a pretty big name, and good chemistry is not something to turn your nose up at.
Yeah. We can this might be
this might be this might be the beginning of one of those like well-known company things. And yeah, I agree with you, Mike. If I'm building someone, the game's pretty much always going to complain that they're being used too much. Doesn't hurt the show very much.
Yeah. Shane Helms has a hot new move and his flavor of the month, so that's fantastic. I think both of us are big Shane Helms fans, so...
Yeah, I'm
at least,
trying to figure out a way to work...
Probably, but...
I'm trying to figure out a way to work the Hurricane into this.
I like sticking with Sugar Shane for a little while, because he was one of the acts actually getting over near the end of the company, but...
Oh yeah, Sugar Shane was great. I just was thinking like I wouldn't be against actually using the Hurricane
Oh
gimmick.
yeah, I mean Hurricane
Just
rules,
not
so.
in the manner that he actually thinks he's a superhero, but more like he's using it to piss off his opponents type thing.
Oh nice, this got a 45. This is going well so far.
That went better than I expected for Chavo holding a mic in
He
2001.
He had some decent segments in WCW.
We also got a boost from Shane.
Gained heat storyline as well. Maybe the storyline will get hot after all. I'm not sure
Not
we're
off of
gonna.
45. It has to go over 50 to get hot.
I don't know if we'll. I don't know.
That's not a bad idea. We might do that too.
Maybe a post.
Appropriate the old Eric Young.
Yeah, that could be a thing. Yeah, that went about as well as I expected. Possibly a little better, actually. 28 between Mike Rotunda and Mikey Whipwreck. You know what?
Mikey's gimmick.
Mikey did better than Rotunda. That's good for his future. Initial rating of great
and he's
for
got
Mikey.
a great gimmick.
That's good. Well, I'm sure we're gonna probably use him now that we have him. We didn't have him till last week, so crowd were turned off by. Yeah, we knew that. Yeah, cool. Yeah, let's look at the recap. Gimmick change, Shane. Okay, nothing. He's just an offbeat, unstable gimmick. So, well, good. Mike Rotunda did all right talking about the ECW boys.
That went about what I expected for giving Mike Rotunda a microphone.
Yeah, in 2001, definitely. That actually went better.
Oh, he wasn't any better in the 80s.
True. He peaked at RRS, so.
There's a problem.
Oh, great. That's not a hindrance to our plans. Defense number 1 of the World Tag Team titles. And our tag champs have zero chemistry as partners. That's really bad.
I've never gotten absolutely zero chemistry. I've gotten bad chemistry, but never no chemistry. It would be better fighting each other.
We might have to revert back to our original plan.
Looks like the Road Warriors are going over at the pay-per-view.
It looks like we're reverting back to that. Maybe Stasiak and maybe Stasiak.
Maybe we do hire Stasiak.
We have Stasiak already. Maybe Stasiak and who's the other one? Gingerak. Maybe those two will be our goons for the new.
Yeah, I think Palumbo and O'Haire's days of being goons for Eric Bischoff are over before they began.
Yeah, I think we transfer that to Stasiak and Gingerak and break these two up quicker than we were planning to.
Yeah, we'll have them get upset with each other at the pay-per-view losing to the Road Warriors, and then they can feud leading into our next pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen sometimes.
We were gonna do that in the future.
And to be honest, that's a team I would actually want to watch.
We were gonna break them up eventually anyway. This is just way sooner than we were gonna.
Yeah, I was originally thinking we'd break them up right away, and you talked me into them being
I'm the one that
talked. For a while.
I talked you into the idea last time of what we were gonna do, and then this happened. So, because Sean O'Haire had an opportunity to be a single star like in his 03 run on WWE. So he'll probably be the one we push a little more, but Palumbo's not awful.
Yeah, he's not good either, but he's a big guy that can take pins.
Palumbo's probably the one we'll make the face.
Yeah, and it might actually work out all right if Stasiak's team has chemistry. We can bounce the tag titles through the Road Warriors and get them a pretty big win.
Yeah, watch them have zero chemistry too.
Yeah, just anyone we want for corporate goons gets along terribly.
Well,
I've never gotten a 38 on a match featuring a stunt bump before. Poor Shannon busts his ass. Yeah, poor Shannon busts his ass for this match, and it still sucks because the tag champs are so bad.
Yeah, that sucks. And you know what?
And this is with O'Haire debuting a new move and being flavor of the month too.
That's good considering we're gonna split them up. We'll have to push over.
Yeah, it's just that is such a bad match.
Yeah, it's pretty dire. The chemistry fucked us hard.
Your theory about raising the people after this match was probably better than we thought.
O'Haire got a boost again.
Palumbo can't handle. Neither one of them can handle being not scripted.
But Palumbo was worse, so That's not good.
Of course he was.
Um,
Chuck
Palumbo.
Palumbo's heading towards jobber territory
Yeah,
quick.
Palumbo's about to fall off harder than fucking. I don't know, harder than fucking Shad when Crime Time broke up. Uh, got the same rating as the Mash though.
Yeah, which is really too bad because I always thought Shad was the better member of that team.
Yeah, me too. Rest in peace,
JTG
legend.
annoys the shit out of me.
Guy went out a hero. Lost the
He really did.
Yeah. Lost the
This performed better than I expected.
Yeah. Got a 30. That's actually pretty good. AJ had a 40 performance. Only a second match.
I mean, do we expect anything less from him?
No, but it's only a second
Well, I
match.
suppose with 15 popularity, that's actually pretty impressive.
Hot new move for AJ too. That's really good for him. The thing is, sometimes, like I was saying earlier, sometimes you do just have to consistently book guys and just take the penalty to get them over.
I do that with people being bad about not being scripted or about being unable to call it in the ring because the only way they're going to learn is if they keep doing it.
Ooh, there we go. Thank you, Kurt. Initial rating of very good for his arrogant gimmick. He likes the freedom to go off script. Got the crowd interested again. Announcing quality lifted. This is what you want to see.
It's a great promo.
Gives a large boost to psychology during matches. Can be penalized for losing to a gimmicky / cartoonish gimmick.
All right, so he never loses to the Vampire Warrior. Got it.
The match even did a little better. Kurt Hennig versus Too Cold Scorpio, and he won with the Fisherman Suplex like I headcanoned.
This could have been even better.
Because
they hate Too Cold Scorpio.
Yikes. He gives a large boost to psychology, though, so this match had a lot of psychology, which is good. Yeah, I guess
we might want to
holy shit,
do a sneaky little gimmick change on Too Cold.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, look, Shane put Scott Hudson to shame.
Fucking carrying the show again at 83. He got a fucking 83 just to fight the pay-per-view. Improvised well. Benefit for having a groundswell of public support. Scott Hudson pretty weak. We did hire Bobby Heenan, which I was thinking about putting on the show and completely forgot when we hit start on the stream. Yeah, we'll see.
I don't think it would have mattered because with an 83, Shane would have outperformed either.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't installed a pick pack yet.
Yeah, I might try that after. We'll see. 62, Terry Funk versus Lance Storm. That's decent. And he did get it with the single leg Boston Crab. Lance Storm 66. That's what I want to see. My boy.
Terry can do all right for us because he was really off in this one. He still gave us a 43. So he still beat
really
his popularity,
awesome.
even really
close to a 50.
Yeah, that probably should have been a 50 performance, which is good for him.
Yeah. Which sounds about right because he could still do decent stuff. So that's why I wanted them in this. Yeah, no, good main event there, really, for what we have. This one, meh, but it did all right. Same and getting better as a gimmick. That's good. That's about all we have for him is his gimmick.
It was a 2-minute match. We knew it wasn't going to be more than like mid-40s or 2-minute segment.
And yeah, this one, perfect. That's beautiful. That's how we end the show. Booker T flavor of the month. Perfect. Finish the show. We actually increased popularity in a region. I think we have been increased popularity in more.
We only lost popularity in 9 regions too, which isn't bad.
I don't remember if we've been increasing or losing the whole time, but
we've been losing like 15 regions the last 2 weeks.
So this is actually better. And we keep getting this one that we don't have enough interest in storylines. Well, just wait until after Big Bang, okay?
Yeah, we've just been kind of eating that penalty because when you're building a roster, it's tough to already be booking the storylines. So once we have everyone once we have everyone debuted and doing stuff, we can actually start to book storylines that fans will care about.
Last night's WWF Raw is War. The Undertaker was the star of the show, no doubt. WWE with WWF are setting their sights and hiring people. Monday Nitro, Decent show, but hardly spectacular. Bill Alfonso's saying farewell to the wrestling business. He's only 43 at this point. Holy shit.
He just looks like he's like 60.
JPW, he looked like he was fucking 60 for like 30 years. JPW hire Larry Sabisco. We have him on our roster, by the way. Noah have a tag edition of Horace Hogan and Pitbull. Holy shit. That would suck.
There's a team I don't want to see.
There's a team that's perfect for WCW Thunder in 2000.
Noah, too. Like, the athletic wrestling promotion is pushing these guys.
Yeah, that's not... I mean, Noah did get Goldberg, but still.
Yeah, but Goldberg at least can be a convincing big guy in like 5-minute matches.
Son of a bitch. We didn't get Gangrel.
Oh, what a shame.
I guess they were willing to pay him an alright price. WWF extend Pete Gas. Damn. Oh no.
What are we gonna do without Pete Gas?
Fuck. And I want the I want to bring back the Mean Street Posse into WCW. Shaggy Two-Dope is staying with XPW. Well, rest in peace your career. And Sola Snuka is staying
it
with
bad
WCW.
that I actually came up with a way to use Pete Gas if he hadn't gotten some?
Yeah.
Because I thought it would actually be kind of good if we had like the Mean Street Posse as Shane's little cronies. Like comedy faces. That their entire gimmick was they suck.
We got 239,000 people watching the show. By the way, we only are on a small network, so we're seeing how
we couldn't sign with any of the. We're on like
a 6-month deal or something.
We're on a 6-month deal with like secondary Fox network because Turner doesn't want us because they just had the falling out with the company over it going out of business.
What was I gonna look at after that show? I was gonna look at something. I guess first I'll see.
Eddie's contract.
Yes, Eddie's contract. That was the big one. I'll look at the storylines first to see if anything went up there. Oh, the cruiserweight storyline's getting close to. Oh, the Extreme storyline and the Battle of the Cruiserweights are equal now, and that's still hot. So perfect. Okay, Eddie's contract. Let's see how it's set. Because if we can scoop Eddie fucking Guerrero, that changes a lot of our plans. Expires in 5 months. Okay.
Okay, so it is set to when he gets fired.
Yeah, approximately.
Well, we're not going to do any building Henning versus James, so there's not really a point in making it a storyline. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
If it works out and we go into an rematch, they'll definitely be getting a storyline, but
yeah, I don't know. I mean, if the match performs, it could be a thing, but right now I don't know if we want to put our eggs in that basket. We were also discussing bringing one of.
Well, the pay-per-view match would be the start of the storyline because they're not going to interact or even acknowledge that.
Yeah, exactly.
James is hired before then.
I don't know.
And trying to do a storyline just on Henning having open matches.
We were also discussing bringing one of his brothers in the tag with too, but I don't know if we are going to do that or not. Because Jesse James could be in the U.S. title picture too.
Yeah, true, but.
Or do you want to? Should we do the?
It's only one more week.
If we're going to bring one of his brothers in, I want to name him Brian Armstrong, but he can be Jesse James if he's just going to be a single star.
I think we keep him as a single star.
Okay. We'll keep him as Jesse James then. We'll change the prototype to John Cena while we're here. We'll go through the week before we get the Nitro and end the stream. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
How do I do this? I think it's... There we go. You don't have any characters loaded in, so we'll have to do this manually. Juan Cena.
We mostly signed him because it would be funny.
And we scooped him away from the Fed, so...
Yeah. But, I mean, it's not that big a coup, given that he has, like, 15 popularity is his highest, and he's only even been heard of in 3 regions.
I mean, he could be called the prototype for short if we want it.
I don't want to keep the prototype name.
Bill just doesn't understand early 2000s OVW gimmicks.
Oh, I understand early 2000s OVW gimmicks and firmly believe they should stay in the early 2000s. Joe's active, but he's in the same problem we have with AJ Styles, and we have here with Cena, and we'd have with a couple other that he's just not very well known, and we don't have the roster space at the moment to build him. So
we also still
once we get some stuff cooking and get some popularity going, we can start scooping guys that'll be big in the next few years and building them. But
I'm kind of shocked we haven't done anything with Vader yet, but we'll get him on the show at some point. Okay. I don't think we really have anybody else to look at there. Oh, let's see what's going on in WWF Metal. Actually, a decent show.
If it gets left to my devices in like 2 years, this show's just gonna look like ROH TV.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's move on to the next day. See if any. Well, we like to go day by day in this too, because that way we can see if any contracts might be able to come up. This is probably Johnny Swinner saying, "Yeah, I want to come." There we go. We got Johnny Swinner. Oh yeah, I forgot we had a contract out with Nova. We wanted him.
Yeah, and he's being awful slow about.
He's the guy I wanted to replace RVD in the group down the line.
Yeah, Daniels is in the same boat. He's got okay popularity. He's sitting around 10-15. People have heard of him, but he's not well known.
What a fucking feud that's gonna be. Benoit and Jericho versus Zed and Christian.
So I need to go watch some WWF now.
Kurt Angle was the star performance of SmackDown. And by the way, also for WWF, fucking Stone Cold got a major concussion, so they're without Stone Cold in 01.
Yeah. That's one of the nice things this mod has done to us. That went well.
He got his Noah. He got the Noah and got immediately injured. Oh my god.
Because he tried to work Noah's style and he's Horace Hogan, so he broke his fucking neck and paralyzed himself.
Oh my god, over a year of it's a severe spinal column. Semi-severe. Oh my god, he actually really hurt himself too.
I mean, severed spinal column. He fucking paralyzed himself his first night in Noah.
Joel Gertner. It's kind of good that Scott Hudson's still on Nitro and that we haven't done the Bobby Heenan thing yet, because also Heenan could be used as an interviewer possibly, or I mean we have Shivani, but I have an angle that I haven't run by you yet for the pay-per-view, so, so that includes where we're going.
Are you bringing back the Heenan family?
No, it's an idea I came up with for Jerry Lawler that leads into his feud with Shane.
Oh, nice.
That might have to do with him kicking an announcer off the table and taking over.
I don't mind that idea.
To open Big Bang.
Yeah, we can use Heenan as a manager.
Maybe.
We kept that in mind, but we hired him because we need better commentary. Yeah. Hudson was hurting us a lot.
We are going to debut Thunder at some point too. And I'm thinking for Thunder, we have Lawler and Hudson on commentary. And so the 3-man booth on Nitro will be Shivani, Tenay, and Heenan, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because
I do like using Heenan as a manager, but we need good commentary. And I mean, Thunder's a ways off because we're just starting to get a roster that's not embarrassing.
My idea for Big Bang is Lawler comes out and kicks Scott. He makes a surprise appearance and kicks Scott Hudson off the commentary table, and takes over commentary at the pay-per-view, and which is part of what kicks off his storyline with Shane.
I don't think Morrow's really doing much in 2001.
No, he was available. We just passed on him. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
but were his stats anything to look at?
I think they were decent, if I'm
Let's
remembering.
see.
Yeah,
Because that's
they're
not the
really
worst.
good.
Oh yeah. Um.
His announcing is.
Yeah, his color's dire, but we don't want him
We
as
could
color.
get him. He
We
could be
might
our
do a
voice of
three-man boot
thunder.
with him on.
He
Yeah, we
could.
might do him and Scott Hudson be an interviewer or so, because Scott Hudson's just not that good.
Maybe he'll be the voice of thunder, and he'll be with Lawler and Hudson. He'll be the
Oh
mediator
yeah, that's why
because
we didn't bring him
Hudson
in,
will.
because he can only work in Canada.
Oh yeah. Well, if we
That's
become a
what we
large
did.
company, we'll think about bringing him in then. Because he can.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of him being a mediator now between Lawler and Hudson because they have heat after Lawler's gonna kick him off the booth.
Poor Morrow's mental health sitting between those two when they hate each other.
Shit. And
But yeah, I like that idea of Lawler, and that would get him some serious heat for when we start using him as a manager.
yeah. Well, I think with Shane, we were just gonna give him a spotlight match, the pay-per-view, against somebody, and then with the
And
Lawler stuff's
Lawler's
gonna go into the Great American
go
Bash
full
for
2001. Yeah, I know we can, but there's not a lot of incentive to come to the U.S. to work for us right now.
We're a medium company, so we need to be large to really bring them over. We can't actually negotiate yet. We might be able to talk to them, like you said, possibly.
We can ask them, but we
They
can't
probably won't.
negotiate them moving into a new region. So it's just, does he feel like moving to the States?
Yeah. WWF
And to be honest, at the moment, we don't need him because Thunder's like 8 months down the line.
Thunder at the soonest that Thunder will be coming is when the TV deal expires that we currently have going, which is like 6 months. And if we can get on a bigger network and bring Thunder in that way, or even get Thunder on the small network as we go higher with Nitro, then that might be what we do. But WWF also extended the deal with Tiger Alley, saying, "Oh no."
What a shame. They're signing all the people I don't want to work.
Okay, let's move on to Thursday.
For once, we're in a pretty good spot in that we rated the roster or the available workers pretty heavily, so WWF isn't going to be able to steal a lot of our guys.
Lady Victoria
That we want
joins
to
UPW. I believe that's Victoria. I'm guessing.
Probably.
Is it? Maybe it isn't. I don't know.
See if she has other gimmicks. Oh no, Hispanic. That's not her.
No, it's not her. She might already be in the Fed. I think she was already
We
a
have a
Godfather
contract.
Ho in like 2000.
Yeah, we have a contract up.
Yeah. House Show, Vampire Warrior, we didn't get. We know that. Okay, perfect. And this should be Nova. Yay, we got him.
Yeah.
Thank fuck. He's gonna be a face.
And no one was fighting us for Nova. I figured we got him.
Good. I actually have some plans for him, and we'll move forward today.
Yeah, you're right. She would be.
Yeah, she would be. SmackDown.
We got excited because we thought we saw someone that we might actually want to sign.
Yeah, because we actually wanted to build a women's division, which we haven't done at all yet, but yeah. We do want to try.
We tried, but we could only sign like 3 women who anyone had heard of.
Oh, John's your favorite, Bill. John Sanday.
Just because I was shit-talking him this morning doesn't mean I actually want to hire him.
I'll just let you know he's out there, buddy.
Oh, no, Nova was awesome.
Nova's great. He's so underrated, like you said.
We don't really have
Hello. Oh. Goodbye. Okay.
We'll hire John Zendig if we ever start to hit people with fucking trash cans division. Not even a hardcore division, like
finally have
just
somebody
straight
to work
on
with
garbage
Sandman.
wrestling. Yeah.
Noah's gonna hire more people. I hope they're a little higher up than Horace Hogan.
They have to replace Horace Hogan.
Alexis Lurie, that's
They're
Mickey
just like-
James.
Yeah.
With UPW. Did we hire Mickey? Oh, I think it was her popularity that
We
held her
looked at
back.
Nikki and she had no popularity, and we have no women to build her. So
Yeah. I mean, we'd love to get her, but it's not worth it right now. Another house show was held. In Kanto,
how are
yeah,
we even going to
WCW
build
going
her
to Japan.
popularity? Have her wrestle Saffron or whatever Charmel was going at this point? Paisley, that was it.
Paisley, yeah. WWF versus IWA. Okay, so the IWA relationship's about to break up, probably. At war. So,
They're mad that they re-signed Vampire Warrior.
they just helped the Vampire Warriors.
Gangrel just like kicked off a war.
Oh shit, that's hilarious. NWA Wildside, shout out. Nothing else. Oh, Lance Russell's retiring. That's kind of sad. He was really good. Jimmy Hart joins IWA. Alexis Lurie joins MCW.
Yeah, we could do that.
Do what? Have Mickey Manch a popular? Yeah, we could.
Wouldn't be the worst idea. We are going to have to figure out something to get our women's division going.
Yeah, we already have somebody else. That
beyond just, beyond just hoping that a bunch of WWF wrestlers get released so that we can sign them.
Oh yeah. Before we go, let's make that team. I forgot we already got. We got fucking Swinner and Diamond. Yeah, there we go. Unit, and then we'll put Dawn Maria or whoever his wife is to manage them. So let's do that. I feel pretty sure it's Dawn Marie. I think.
I'm very like 90% happy. Yeah, sure that's right. But I haven't thought about her. It is. I haven't thought about her since we signed her 2 weeks ago. So
Simon Diamond. He can feud with Diamond Dallas Page eventually. No. Fuck. Manager.
Bill Watts.
Hey, if I'm going Bill Watts, there's no cruiserweight division, damn it. Dawn Marie.
We have a cruiserweight division. They're just not allowed to do anything people watch cruiserweights for.
Well, I guess still have to lean into the technical side. AJ, you're becoming champ now. Simon Diamond and who the fuck's Johnny Swinner? That's the other one. It'd be helpful if I remembered his name. Johnny Swinner. Thank you, NWA TNA number 6 for this idea. And we'll go one more day.
Had to provide something good. Because that show sure wasn't.
Yeah. I still have the right to refuse on those 2 shows I watched last night. Judgment Day 2001 happened. This is the last show that China was on. She'll be out soon. We were talking about bringing her on board just to help our women.
Yeah, division. I think we need to grab her.
I think we should look at her now.
If she has any popularity at all, which she should, because it's pretty over at that time.
She was.
We might finally have a way to get some popularity onto our women's division.
Kurt Angle.
I mean, she'd have to be the champion for a while, but no surprise there.
No surprise in 2001. I'm guessing this is meaning he's won the world title. Yep.
Not necessarily. It's just best performance.
World heavyweight champ.
Oh yeah.
He's their champ now. That's good. He deserves it. Then who the fuck is the Knights? Nobody important. That's not important. Sunday Night Heat aired. Nothing else. Jimmy Hart's in the NWA Wildside. That's crazy. Bobcats and MCW.
Somehow I feel like Jimmy Hart would fit really well with Wildside.
Oh yeah, I forgot we had your boy Steve Crew. Signed a one-night deal with ECCW. And then let's go check on China, who is probably under Joni Laurer. Joni.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, because this was made later, and she didn't always have a good reputation. 60 pop across the board, nice.
We could really use it then. Expires.
She's still WWF Women's Champion, so they might not. They might renew her because she's their champion.
Oh, they'll fight
now.
for her. We might as well try to fight for her, though. We could actually.
Oh yeah.
Her. She could kind of come in and be our champ right away, and we can use her to build up our
Oh,
women's
if we
division.
get her, she's our women's champ for like a year because we've got no one that can credibly take the title from her.
Yeah.
I think our most popular woman right now has 20.
So we gotta wait a month, and then we can try to negotiate.
Yeah.
Hopefully she loses her title to help us out a little bit, but we can try to negotiate for the champ too. That might make an interesting storyline. Okay, so we were at Monday of week 4. And then off here, we will be coming back into our go home. This actually didn't take too long today, so maybe if we
might be able to get the pay-per-view in next week.
Yeah.
I still got stuff I got to do this evening, so
yeah
no second Dynamite tonight.
Oh no,
Or Dynamite.
Nitro.
I've been watching too much AEW Nitro.
Hopefully
Wrong explosive.
Hopefully next time we can book the go home and the pay-per-view so we can get past this excruciating block at the start.
The excruciating block slid up, though. I actually was
This was a
entertained
little
by this
easier to
show.
book today.
There was some stuff I actually wanted to see as opposed to, like, how are we going to build Booker and Lance, and we might as well put some other people on the show because they expect it to be 2 hours long.
A lot of the storylines and feuds and stuff we have going become more interesting after Big Bang because we're launching a lot at Big Bang, and even some of the storylines we have going now, especially Booker and Lance, become more interesting after Big Bang because of the dynamic of the feud. Oh wow, AJ's popularity is already coming up quite a bit. Look at this.
That's what happens when featuring them on. That's what featuring good matches on TV does for.
25 in the Southeast already. Okay,
They've finally heard of him in Canada.
Yeah, look at that.
And if we install a picture pack, it's really up to how motivated Ryan's feeling because it's on his computer.
Yeah. Well, that's good to see. That happened really fast. So that's good because we have plans for AJ. He's only 23 here.
Yeah. At this point, he's literally only worked Wildside.
Yeah, he's 2 years in. No, he's already was in WCW before the company went under. He was
That's right. They hired him as like an enhancement talent.
Yeah, he was with. I think he was being paid per night possibly, but still he was in the company. He was in the WCW Cruiserweight Tag Team title pictures, our favorite titles. Remember, then
the titles that lasted for 1 week, and we were very happy didn't exist in this mod, so we didn't have to book them.
Yeah, and that we didn't have to hire Air Paris to push these two together. And we could just get AJ and reset them.
Yeah, we'll just pretend that never happened.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he's already a heel. I thought we had him as a face coming in. I guess we want to. I was putting him up against heels too. Whoopsies. I guess I could have done the one match that I shut down for the alignment, but whatever. I mean, the match still went relatively well, so we have loose alignment, so it didn't matter too much. But
yeah, well, when we saw the 30-person roster we started with, we had to turn on loose alignment because it's not like we had a lot of good options for properly aligned matches.
Yeah. Good to realize that he's a heel, though. I had in my head that he was a face for some reason. I think I want that.
No matter how he's aligned on paper, he's always a face in my heart. So
yeah, well, I wanted him as a face coming in because I was gonna originally have him turn heel too, but then I was like, we're doing the RVD heel turn. Let's just bring him in as a heel. That was my thinking.
Yeah, that's right. That's why we did
so he can be an arrogant heel because our idea is he's going to be the guy that dethrones Shane. So this way, if he's already a heel, we don't have to try to turn him heel, depending on how long he takes to get popular enough to challenge for the title and blah, blah, blah.
If we keep having matches like that, it won't be very long.
No, it won't be.
We actually do have a YouTube series going where Ryan's booking the WWE and I'm booking AEW in the modern day.
Yes. And we have a Marvel Comics Classic podcast too on there and some other stuff we do. I should be able to link that in the chat for you right now. Let me one moment. We do YouTube. This will be uploaded on the YouTube after this, actually. We stream it here and then put it on YouTube. There it is. For you to go check out. Oh, I don't have a command set yet, but good try, though. I probably, at some point, I don't think I can do commands yet because this is... because of the I don't think you can do commands until you're higher on Twitch or something, but I might be wrong about that. I haven't looked at it in a while. I never even had commands on my main channel yet, but yeah, that's our
Talk to
channel.
Moira about it. She'd know it. I know jack shit about how Twitch works.
Yeah, my cousin would know about it too. But yeah, we do YouTube. The main theme of our YouTube is we have a podcast that we do called Route 616, which is about old Marvel podcast. But we are doing game series now, which includes these booking series of this one that we're streaming, our WCW 2001 run, which we are co-booking together. And then we have a series we're doing where we are doing a different format where we're just recording it in the different clips and putting it together, which is our AEW and WWE run, that our modern run that Bill was talking about, set in starting July 2023, where I am booking WWE and Bill's booking AEW. So it's a co-op run where we're each booking a company. So pretty interesting. And I am gonna try to install a picture pack before the next episode. Next, we try to interchange. We try to flip back and forth between which ones we book each week because we only really have time to do one a week. So we're doing the WCW. So we did WCW today. So next week we'll be coming back with a WWE versus AEW ex AEW episode, and then we'll come back the next week for another WCW one.
I should probably actually pre-book that collision for next week.
So yeah, if whoever's watching these, if you're enjoying these, please, we're gonna go into the outro now, I'm thinking, but please, if you're on YouTube, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, share whatever you would like to. If you happen to be watching this on Twitch, leave us a follow. If you come over, if you see this on YouTube, come over, give us a follow on the Twitch. You can watch these live with us, help us, give us ideas to book, like some of the people in chat did today. They actually did help us a little bit. They gave us some ideas. A couple we used or edited and used. And yeah, I can look into commands too if I can do them. I might get that going too for Mike and comments here. Anyways, I think we will head out now. We will be back in 2 weeks for another WCW 2001 TEW episode of Here Comes the Money Mod. And we will hopefully, as long as we're not too tired that day, we will aim to try to get the go home and pay-per-view in one show, because we're starting to
Really depends on people's work schedules too.
Yeah, it does. So we'll
Because
see.
if we're starting at like 7 at night, we're not going to be doing two shows.
We won't even do a show at all, depending on how late we do our podcast. But yeah. Anyways, we will see you on the next one, and peace out. We hope you enjoyed.
Have a good one, everyone.